Hello, my name's Thanom and I'm from UNSW. Today I'm working through some of the problems from Math 1011 Calculus in the section 2.3, Rules for Differentiation. Question 8 is asking us, first of all, to find the equation of a tangent to this particular curve at the point 1, 4. So I've got a picture of the curve over here, approximately. 1, 4 is a point on that curve. I want to find the equation of the tangent. So there's a line here. And I want the equation of that tangent line. If I zoom in close enough, then this curve will look like a straight line, that tangent line, and I want to know the equation of that tangent line. The first thing I do need to do is find the gradient or the slope of the tangent line. So if we're given a function, I'll just rewrite it, y equals x cubed minus 9x squared plus 20x minus 8. To find the gradient of the slope, I need to find the derivative, the rule that gives us the gradient. So x cubed differentiates to 3x squared, minus 9x squared differentiates to 18x, plus 20x differentiates to 20, and minus 8 differentiates to nothing, to 0. So this is the derivative which will give us the gradient at a point. So when x equals 1, we want to substitute that in to work out what the gradient is. So y dash is 3 times 1 squared minus 18 times 1 plus a 20. So that's 5. Okay, so that is the slope of the tangent at 1. At this particular point, x equals 1, this is the slope 5. So we want the equation of a tangent. We're going to use this formula for the equation of a straight line. So if we know a point on the line and we know its gradient, we can use this formula y minus y1 equals m outside x minus x1 to find the equation of the line. So the equation of the tangent, a tangent is just a straight line. And we want the equation of the tangent at the point 1, 4, right? So this is x1 and this is x2, is, well, y minus y1, so y minus the y coordinate, is the gradient. Well, the gradient is 5 outside of x minus x1. So in other words, y equals 5x minus 5, and then plus the 4 is going to be plus 1. So the equation of this line here, the equation of the tangent, is y equals 5x plus 1. Now, there's a second part of the question, and that is, at what points on the curve is the tangent parallel to this line here, 4x plus y minus 3 equals 0. Let's just look at that. 4x plus y minus 3 equals 0. If I make y the subject, that's y equals minus 4x plus 3. So that has a gradient of minus 4 and a y-intercept of 3. A gradient or a slope of minus 4. So I can draw it on this graph here. It looks something like this. Okay, so this is y equals minus 4x plus 3. With a gradient of minus 4. I want to know what points on the curve are parallel to that tangent. So on this pink curve here, if you zoom in, are there any points where you zoom in and the slope of that is minus 4? Being parallel means it's got the same gradient. So this line has a slope of minus 4. To find points on the curve parallel to the line, right, this green line, we solve, right? We want to know when the gradient, when the slope is also minus 4, because same slope means parallel. So y dash is the formula that tells us the gradient of the slope, the gradient of the tangent, that is the slope. So we want to solve y dash equals minus 4 and find the x values for which that's true. So in other words, we want to solve 3x squared minus 18x plus 20 equals minus 4. This is a quadratic, so let's add 4 to both sides. And let's divide by 3, because I can see it's a common factor there. So x squared minus 6x plus 8, well, two numbers that multiply to 8 and add to minus 6, that's minus 2 and minus 4. So this factorizes nicely, and I can see that x equals 2 and x equals 4 are my solutions. So there are 2 points on the curve where this happens. So at x equals 2, so there's a point here where the slope, I might just write y dash actually. So there's a point here where y dash equals minus 4, and there's another point, and that's parallel, and there's another point somewhere down here where y dash also equals minus 4, and it's parallel. So this has got a gradient of minus 4. That's not a particularly good straight line, but there are also 2 points here at x equals 2 and x equals 4 where the curve has the tangents to the curve also have a gradient of minus 4, and so they're parallel. We could find the y coordinates. So at x equals 2, so that is at the points 2, comma, when I put 2 into my curve, 2 cubed is 8, so 8 minus 8 is nothing. So minus 9 lots of 2 squared, so that's minus 36 plus a 40 is 4. So there's a 2, comma 4, and at x equals 4, this is certainly trickier to calculate. According to my previous working, the answer should be minus 8. But I got that wrong before, so hopefully that's right. When x is 4, y is minus 8. So there are 2 points, 2, comma 4 and 4, comma minus 8, here and here, where the slope of the tangent to this pink curve is equal to the slope of this line here. That is, the tangent is parallel to this line 4x plus y minus 3.